who's the number one trash talker you've gone up against this season?
There's a lot. I'd probably say Tom Wilson. He always has something to say. He comes up with stuff right there on the spot or whatever, and you kind of look around and you're like, what did he actually, whatever.
Latest edition of Off the Ice presented by Truly Hard Seltzer, and I am truly excited to be joined now by Rangers rookie defenseman K'Andre Miller. Hey K'Andre, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you here, and it's exciting to get a chance to talk to you because we've been talking all about your play on the ice all season long. And, I'm curious to get your thoughts on just a year of firsts for you, the first time you've had the opportunity to play in the National Hockey League. And what was it like when you put that Rangers sweater on the very first time?
Yeah, obviously it was a lot of hard work this offseason with this whole uncertainty of when the season was going to start and all of that stuff. So trained really hard, and it was a dream come true that first night.
So you get the chance to step on the ice at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, as a New York Ranger. I know there weren't fans in attendance when you did that, but your very first game at MSG, take me back to that moment and what it was like for you.
Yeah, like I said, it was a dream come true. It was something I've obviously worked on my whole life, and finally getting the opportunity to do that and step on the ice, it was unreal.
You get your first NHL goal not too long after your first NHL game. K'Andre, walk me through what happened on that play and how it evolved that you had the opportunity to score on the play.
Yeah, we were actually in the middle of a line change, hopped right on the ice, and I noticed that one of our forwards, Colin Blackwell, got the puck and was kind of coming up the wall. Happened to find a spot out in the slot and took a slap shot, closed my eyes, and luckily it went in. So
Blackwell is on it there. Back out for Miller, a shot. He scores! First in the NHL for K'Andre Miller.
Honestly, didn't really see the puck go in fully. So when everybody started coming to me, obviously it kind of hit. But yeah, it was unreal.
Did you close your eyes then? You didn't know. You didn't know when.
No. I was just kidding.
Did you FaceTime your mom afterwards and tell her what happened?
Yeah. She was texting me or whatever. I got like 20 texts from her before the game even ended. So she was loving it, and unfortunately she couldn't be there to experience that. But I definitely made her proud.
That's awesome. On January 21st, I know you celebrated a big birthday, turning 21. How did you celebrate? Was there any chance that you got to have your first adult beverage?
No, unfortunately, we had a game the next night. I remember we were in Pittsburgh, and I think it was I don't remember who came up to me first or whatever, but they were like, "Is it really your birthday or whatever?" And I was kind of like, "Yeah, whatever." Your 21st, right? And I said, yeah. So I don't know how they did it so quick, but they got all cupcakes or whatever sent to our dinner or whatever. But yeah, just played a couple games of ping pong or whatever. But other than that, it was a pretty boring birthday, honestly.
It was a responsible in-season way to celebrate your 21st birthday with cupcakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done. So, K'Andre, you come into the NHL, you've been watching a lot of these players your entire life, and obviously as a college hockey player at Wisconsin, you followed a lot of players. But when you've had the chance now to play some NHL games, who was the one player that you stepped on the ice, an opposing player, and thought, oh my gosh, I'm on the ice with this person? Was there anybody that you starstruck with?
I mean, there's a ton of guys obviously in this league that I could say that about, but one of our first games early in the season was against Sidney Crosby, and I just thought, how am I going to contain this guy? I know that first game we went up against each other, and I think he was coming in on the rush, and I just froze for a second, and I was like, wow, this is really happening. He's coming down on me. Yeah, he's definitely one guy that kind of stuck out.
Yeah, I would think most players would probably say, even some veteran players are still in awe of Sidney Crosby and what he's able to do there on the ice. Was there anybody, K'Andre, that looked, once you had them in person on the ice and playing against them, were they faster and stronger than what you'd seen on TV?
I would have to say Matt Barzal. I remember it's almost the same play as the Crosby play. He got a puck and came flying down the right-hand side, and I luckily got my feet under me in time and got a stick on him, I think. But yeah, he can wheel pretty fast. So.
He can. And of course, that's a team you've faced a lot this season, and a big rival in New York. What is it like for you playing in a big city like New York City and having the opportunity to be on such a huge display every single night with this fan base in New York?
Yeah, obviously the spotlight is huge here, but I think just embracing that and just having fun with it, honestly. I mean, obviously, this is what I dreamed of. I wouldn't expect anything else. I get to play the game I love in a huge city like New York, and with great fans here and great teammates and everything like that. So all around, it's what I dreamed of.
Yeah, and even better, the more and more we get fans back in the arenas, you're just going to get to experience it even more. Playing against the teams you've played, Keandre, who's the number one trash talker you've gone up against this season?
Oh, there's a lot. I'd probably say Tom Wilson. He always has something to say. He comes up with stuff right there on the spot or whatever, and you kind of look around and you're like, what did he actually, whatever. But
that doesn't surprise me in the least that it would be Tom Wilson. I don't know, does Brad Marchand get under your skin a little bit too?
Unfortunately, no, not yet. I'm sure the time will come, and I'll be ready for that. So
well, when you say you'll be ready, like, do you trash talk back to Tom Wilson, or do you give him the respect as a rookie?
I mean, I just kind of play my game, let them talk, whatever. I just kind of keep my head down and play the game.
Yeah, that's probably a good way. Let your actions speak for your words, right?
Exactly.
That's awesome. Well, it's certainly been fun to watch you on the ice. And it was also fun when I was digging around and doing my research to watch a certain commercial debut that you had back in the day. As a young kid, a child TV star, you actually got to film a Honda commercial with a former Ranger in Mike Richter and a couple other guys, including Pat LaFontaine. Can you, tell me how this all came about, Keandre, and how you got involved in this commercial?
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't really know how it all happened. I know my mom had obviously a huge part in it. But yeah, I used to do this little modeling thing when I was younger. And that was one of the ones that came up, and it was a really fun day. Actually, I got to miss school. I know that was the best part. So I got to play hockey, miss school, and hang out with some really cool guys and veterans. So yeah.
That's fun. Do your teammates know that commercial exists?
I hope not.
They're about to find out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Keandre, when you look at a market like New York City, though, I mean, you see what Henrik Lundqvist has done as far as fashion and embracing a city that has so much to offer in that sense with fashion and modeling and endorsements, et cetera. I mean, have you given much thought to maybe doing some of that on your own in your spare time as you start your career as a New York Ranger?
Yeah, for sure. I know one of the things that we've kind of brought up with our team is the idea of like getting to express yourself not only in suits. Obviously, going to games, we have to dress up in suits and obviously look a certain way. But I think that's one of the cool things that NHL could do to bring guys' personalities out a little bit more. So that's definitely something I've definitely thought about. But yeah, I try to have good fashion every game, look good, feel good type of thing. So
yeah, for sure. I know the NHL is trying to embrace a little bit more and to branch out the more like the NBA does. Are there certain players in other sports that you look at and you're like, oh man, that guy's got some serious style, I'd like to dress like that?
Yeah, for sure. I know one of the guys, KD, he always dresses up pretty cool. I like his style. Russell Westbrook too. Yeah. Those guys, I guess.
Good choices. Good choices. Well, Keandre, we're all on our cell phone these days. Everybody's just, stuck at home and gone through a very long quarantine period. So of course, we're all trying to stay in touch digitally and through our devices. So I thought now more than ever, it would be a good time to get your, pick your brain a little bit on what your cell phone is all about. Give us a little glimpse into your life on your device.
Yeah.
So I would say, I know you have your phone nearby, like how many unread emails, texts, or voicemails do you have? Or are you the type that has to answer them right away and get them out of the inbox?
Yeah. If I left 1,000 emails in my inbox, I'd go crazy. So I try to clear them out and get everything situated once they kind of pop up. So.
And what about your internet tabs? How many of those do you have open at the current?
Cleared. They have to be cleared. Yeah.
Really cleared.
Anytime I shut off my phone before I have to shut it off, I clear all of them. So
you do the up swipe and get rid of everything.
Exactly.
Okay. So if we opened up your phone right now, we wouldn't know what your last internet history search was, huh?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. Maybe it's at NHL.com. You were looking up scores from last night, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the last thing that you would say you Googled? Learn more about.
Honestly, probably good restaurants near me. I do that a lot when we're on the road or whatever, try to find cool spots or whatever.
Yeah.
So
what's the last song that you listened to?
Last song I listened to, I think it was the new Justin Bieber song, Hold On, I think.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
When I said, okay, I like it. What's your favorite app that you like to use?
Favorite app, probably just YouTube. I like watching a lot of different videos, from nature to video games, all that type of stuff. So
what's the most recent emoji that you used in a text message?
A thumbs up.
Okay, nice. So something good happened. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
You mentioned nature. I'm curious if that's something you like to kind of explore. I know you're from Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes. I'm going to get to that in a second, but do you enjoy spending time outside and really embracing nature?
Yeah, anytime I can get outside, I love going on walks, different stuff like that. I know when this whole quarantine hit, the first thing I did was get my rollerblades or whatever, and all my buddies would rollerblade around Minnesota, around the lakes and stuff like that. So
that's so cool. Well, yeah. Let's talk about where you're from, because you're from Minnetonka, Minnesota. Tell me about this hometown of yours and what makes it so special.
Yeah, it's one of a kind. The people there, the culture, and like I said, the lakes. That's kind of what we're known for. So all my buddies, like whenever we go back for summer or whatever, go out on the lake, hang out or whatever, go bonfires and stuff like that. So
what was it like for you growing up? Did you just play every sport you could get your hands on?
Yeah, exactly. I played football, baseball, and hockey, obviously, but ran a little bit of track. But yeah, anytime I could, I feel like I was a little Energizer bunny doing whatever I could, just have fun, I guess, when I was little. So
I was trying to chase you around and get you
exactly
in time.
Exactly.
What did you do in track?
What's that?
What events did you do in track?
I think it was the 4x100, 400, and then 800 as well.
You're a sprinter, fast.
Yeah.
6'5" and a sprinter. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
No hurdles or high jump for you, huh?
No.
All right. Well, I want to play a little trivia game with you for your home state of Minnesota. Ask you some questions that maybe some people know at home, maybe they don't. So we've got a little slideshow for you. I'm going to show you. We'll see how much you know about Minnesota Strong.
All right.
So how many lakes are there really? Known as the land of 10,000 lakes. Do you know how many there are?
Let's say more than 10,000.
I'm going to say you're correct. Jeffrey won't accept that answer, but we will here on Off the Ice. 15,291. It's just incredible. Yeah. A beautiful place to visit. Okay. The Mall of America was built on the site of which old baseball stadium?
I honestly don't know.
because I think it was before you were born. It closed in 1981. It was the Metropolitan Stadium.
Yeah, learn something new every day.
There you go. There you go. Well, I think you're going to know the next couple, perhaps. Some facial recognition. One of the most famous athletes, Minneapolis's own.
Larry Fitzgerald.
You got it. That's right. NFL wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald. We've got another one, one of the most famous Olympians of all time from your own home state of Minnesota.
Yep, Lindsey Vonn.
You got it. The next one, I don't know if you're going to like too much because you play against him a lot in the NHL, but he was known as Mr. Minnesota for football and hockey. Who's this handsome
Yeah, that's obviously.
You got it. Islanders forward. Have you had a chance to meet Anders at all? Do you guys have any connections back home?
Yeah, actually we train together a little bit on ice during the summer. So over the last couple of years, I've got to know him a little bit.
Awesome. Great. Okay, let's move on to a very, very famous coach. And I'm sure you know who this is.
Yeah, that's Herb.
You got it. Herb Brooks, the coach of the Miracle on Ice team. How could we ever forget? And a Minnesota native as well. You guys have a lot of great company. And who's this? Former Minnesota Hall of Fame head coach.
I actually don't know, unfortunately.
Oh, this was before your time as well, I think. This is Bud Grant, the legend Bud Grant. Yep, comes from Minnesota and, of course, coached the Vikings for many, many years. All right, we got one more, and I know you're going to know the answer, but I'm going to tell you something.
It's Prince.
You got it. He was actually an unbelievable basketball player in Minnesota. Did you know that?
Really? I did not know that. No.
Yeah, a hoops aficionado, but the great musician Prince. Yeah, also from Minnesota. Keandre, we appreciate you taking the time for joining us here on Off the Ice, presented by Truly Hard Seltzer. Have a great rest of the season. We hope to catch up with you again down the road sometime.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Have a good one.